oh my God, how could Biden? Look how dumb Biden is. He freeing this pot-smoking liberal anti-American hippie for the merchant of death. Now, this is why I think this is what the story is funny to me.
Meanwhile, John Bolton is saying he's doing coups. You believe this? Go ahead.
Viktor Bout. I read my stories literally 90% of the time. That's why I saw some people correct me on my pronounce. I'll read it more than anything. So I think it's Viktor Bout, the war criminal, arms dealer apparently. So I'm gonna show you, because I know CJ, you asked earlier when I prefaced this, what was the corporate media saying about Viktor Bout? Now, this clip in a nutshell sums up the mainstream media concern. And as you listen to this, I want you guys to acknowledge and think about exactly who they are describing, because what they are describing here applies to essentially every single U.S. senator. So let's dive into this.
This past week, they brought him to New York to face terrorism charges. Tonight, those at the heart of Operation Relentless, a sting that spanned 3 continents, tell the story behind it for the first time.
Viktor Bout, in my eyes, is one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
On the face of the earth.
Without a doubt. AK-47s, not by the thousands.
They call this man one of the most dangerous men on the planet Earth. That's the U.S. State Department. Who killed more people? Now, listen to this video. Watch them explain. They're like, this guy, Viktor Bout, is so evil, and he's going to explain essentially what NATO does. No, listen, go ahead.
By the tens of thousands.
So he weaponizes civil war in Africa.
Dangerous men on the face of the earth.
On the face of the earth.
Without a doubt. AK-47s, not by the thousands, but by the tens of thousands.
So he weaponizes civil war in Africa.
He transformed these young adolescent warriors into insidious, mindless, maniacally driven killing machines that operated with assembly line efficiencies.
Is he like a NATO trainer, or who is this? Is he?
Are y'all mad I got competition? Are y'all mad I got competition or something? Y'all described U.S. foreign policy.
Nick, this is them taking out a economic rival. Isn't that what this is, Nick?
Yes.
Is that what this is? That's who when they say he's the most dangerous, who is he dangerous to but the weapons manufacturers' pockets? Go ahead.
Everything they just said about this man Viktor Bout, and you gotta notice, I'm not here to debunk the argument made against him, because I'm not here to defend him, right? But look at everything they say about him applies to literally anyone who agrees with U.S. foreign policy. We armed militant neo-Nazis in Ukraine to destabilize the region, and that is what he's accusing them of doing. We armed militant terrorists in Somalia. And then we say, oh my God, we're going to fight the terrorists that we armed. That's what the Biden administration is doing right now. Fighting the people they originally armed. So now they're going to take everything they do and project it on some random Russian oligarch that I'm sure his body count is nothing compared to Anthony Blinken. Him versus Anthony Blinken, are you serious? This nigga D-League compared to what we got over here. So let me play this part again. And it gets funnier because we got like 30 seconds in, but it gets funnier as we go. So I rewound it to a little bit in the beginning. Actually, I'll play from the beginning because it's not a long clip. And let's watch it from the beginning again.
This past week, they brought him to New York to face terrorism charges. Tonight, those at the heart of Operation Relentless, a sting that spanned 3 continents, tell the story behind it for the first time.
Viktor Bout, in my eyes, is one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
On the face of the earth.
Without a doubt. AK-47s, not by the thousands, but by the tens of thousands.
So he weaponizes civil war in Africa.
He transformed these young adolescent warriors into insidious, mindless, maniacally driven killing machines that operated with assembly line efficiencies.
Has indicted him on 4 terror-related charges, including conspiracy to kill Americans.
What makes him a threat to the United States?
He is a shadow facilitator. He's arming not only designated terrorist groups, insurgent groups, but he's also arming very powerful drug trafficking cartels around the globe.
This is the Lord of War, the Merchant of Death.
The Lord of War, the Merchant of Death.
Is he talking about Raytheon? Is he talking about Raytheon? The Merchant of War is not Raytheon? Is not Lockheed Martin? What is he talking about? How can people in the United States how are we able to just black out what we do and listen to this shit? Like we just go knock ourselves like that Men in Black shit, just zap our own selves to listen to this shit. It's so ridiculous. Go ahead.
You think they don't know the American psyche? The whole point of a PSYOP, the definition of PSYOP is a psychological operation. They know how Americans think. American thinks in catchphrases, nicknames. We are Hollywood brain. So, in order to demonize this guy, let's give him a fancy nickname. Let's call him the Merchant of Death. Hey, guy, he's the Merchant of Death. What would you call Anthony Blinken then? The Emperor of Doom? The God of Death? Like what? Like guys, we can do this all day. Look, Eric Adam, the Crusher of Peasants. Nigga, we nicknaming everybody now? I already nicknamed Jim Crow Joe. Hell, we doing that now. Let's nickname everybody. The Kamala Harris, the laughing war criminal. The laughing cop. The Joker. That's what they doing now. This is clown shit, guys. And people are doing this shit on their shows, on their YouTube shows, in front of Fox News, on CNN. These people got suits on. They think they're serious people. They think they are serious people right now. They're aging to death. You guys know he got a conspiracy to kill Americans? You mean that is the average U.S. senator compared to Russians? The average U.S. senator, you can say, has a conspiracy to kill Russians. The average U.S. senator have a conspiracy to kill Palestinians. You guys,
this PSYOP, man.
Go ahead, I know you want to chime in. Go ahead.
Yeah, this PSYOP, man, is leave that up because I want to show because I want to. You don't got to play out. I want to just show that picture of the two guys standing and talking to each other to make this point.
Look what that represents.
I'm trying to look at the propaganda here because without saying anything, the setup of the screen. Why the fuck are we talking in the dark like this is the motherfucking movies? Unless you're trying to set a particular mood or scene, sinister, danger. You see what I'm saying? While you have the superhero in the back, the American flag, this is like a fucking movie. This is, I'm telling you, they got a DP for this and said, hey, go get a Hollywood DP or director of photography. That's what we call a DP. Go get a DP. Tell them, set this scene. This is like a movie director set this up.
That's such a good point, CJ. I'm so glad he brought that up. Because guys, these things are not done on accident. Look at the dark, ominous tone.
Why are they talking in the dark for an interview?
They think they slick.
What is that? That's like when you watch them hospital shows and they're talking in the dark in the hospital, like in the sciences, you looking at DNA slides in the dark, like it's to set the mood of the show. Why are they doing that on regular news?
Now do you guys know why I say the United States is the most propagandized country in the world? And not that other countries don't do propaganda, it's that no one has shit on us.
No.
Have you
seen Avatar? What country's doing movies like Avatar but the United States? We at that level of propaganda. We're at Avatar level. Ain't nobody catching us. We James Cameron, nigga. Ain't James Cameron the only director, nigga? I want 300 million, nigga. Give me the shit. And they giving it to him to make whatever movie he wants to make. Like, it's so ridiculous, man. I wouldn't be surprised if people like James Cameron, I'm going off on a tangent, is participating in the production of these types of news shows. Consultants, Hollywood consultants for these shows, just like they consulted for the January 6th committee hearing, Nick. Remember how they consulted for that? They consulted Hollywood directors to see how they wanted to play that. It is a joke, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's like what makes our propaganda just chef kiss is that there are boomers watching this thinking this is the most legitimate news that they can possibly watch. They watch these people being fucking clowns on TV and thinking, oh my God, look at these respectable news reporters in their suits. Guys, that is what separates our propaganda from other people's. Because I explained before, and I've talked to people in China, like Kareem Batesh. Like when you talk to people in China, they know they're getting state TV news. So it allows them to be more informed. They're like, all right, this is what our government's saying. And by the way, they got BBC in China. They got RT in China.
Yeah.
And in Russia, by the way, BBC is still in there. They still allowed to operate.
But no CNN, no American bullshit.
Yeah, Trotsky made this argument all the time. You guys say, oh, look at these state news. They allow opposing state media narrative all the time in their country. We don't do that. The UK banned RT. Like, it's clear to me which one is more free. None of them perfect on freedom of the press, but to me, it's clear which one's better, right? But anyway, I want to. This video was so perfect, but I think that sums up the overall message. And you guys see this tweet. This guy got 50,000 likes. This guy said, "This Viktor Bout, bruh, the demon who would trade for Brittany Griner." So this guy watched this video and was like, "Oh my God, Viktor Bout, he's a demon."
Oh,
and if you search this guy's name,
man,
you will see people, and I'm sure a lot of them are right wingers who are panicking about this guy. Oh my God, Viktor Bout, he want to kill Americans. The Biden administration put us in danger.
Such a joke.
These are the most deeply unserious, dumbest people in politics. If you guys really think Viktor fucking Bout is any threat to your personal life as Americans, you're beyond saving. Well, I won't say that everyone can be saved, but your mind is colonized. You gotta get out of there.